Boy, thank goodness you're here. I've been saving your stuff. I've had to fight off 2 or 3 people.
I appreciate it.
You know, it's a thankless job, really. So
well, thank you.
But now that you're here, all you have to do is go grab it and pay for it.
Okay.
Nothing to it.
Mountain Man.
Treasures.
That thing's fun. Look at that. That thing's cool. If I was buying trunks. Access and allies. Watch out for this title. Great title.
I just bought a blow up thing for clothes.
Some are better than others. And this one is one of the more basics. I'm a little concerned if the pieces are all here. And I don't want to count them. There's so many pieces. Stuff in the trailer. Oh, Harry Potter. I don't know this game though. Don't want to forget that. PlayStation game. Nothing in it. Still there. So guaranteed it's worth grabbing. Yeah. $12. Some old Garfield books. They can do well if they're bundled. And there's a lot of them here. This whole thing is Garfield. We can definitely make some bundles out of that. Didn't look at this side. Star Wars Heir to the Empire.
No.
I'm
That's a cousin.
That's
Hey, Dad.
Over on
It's
the
we're
oh,
two separate
sorry,
stages.
other side.
Oh, where's
Yeah, on the other side of this caution line. Yeah, there's that.
They have a cashier there, yeah.
Okay. Window.
$3. Mountain Kid is wanting to learn how to tie flies, so this would be good for her. We'll see if it's a listable thing, but if not, really sell, but this is the fly fishing part of it. And this is the fly tying part of it. So I think we can, I think she'd appreciate that. Oh, Marley poster. Pretty cool.
Of every one of you at risk. Hello, I'm Lance Wallnow, news analyst and best-selling author and an evangelical leader. I'm deeply concerned about the impact this runaway debt is going to have on Christians like you who have worked hard to build your own nest egg for your family. To protect your financial future in these uncertain times, you need to diversify with something tangible and proven, like physical gold. That's why I recommend a gold IRA.
That might be worth grabbing. Oh, they're $20 a piece. But how cool is that? Oh, I'm like, there's some money there. It'll be slow, but it'll come in.
I didn't really look over here at all.
That was like the only thing I saw that was like.
Like a whole acupuncture table. Got an AED. Scooby-Doo, giant Scooby. You can't see him yet. I'm gonna bring him down. He's a little messed up. I'm gonna show you, but we'll put him back so his feet are messed up. He's like a carnival prize, but he's a little rough. Rough. There's a crochet for $1. Somebody made a crochet teddy bear, Care Bear. The eyes need work. $7. Vintage comics traced as marked.
There's a box.
Alright guys, name of the movie. It's a good one.
Oh!
You get the whole big set. Oh, I'm like, wow. Such a dust sometimes.
Yeah, white. We actually need some white. It's all green. There you go, $2. We actually actually needed some, so score. Look at that. A wolf. That's crazy. George Drake went black. Don't know if the cat. Missing one, so I guess I better check.
Let me put this on the table for you. We can. Is this it? You got more?
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
That's it. We can start pre-adding.
Is this here?
Yes, ma'am.
How much are DVDs?
It's $1.
It's $5.50.
Okay. Thank you very much. There you go.
16, 31.
And then we can go out. So they have food snack here.
Do you have change?
Yeah.
Okay.
31. So we need $9 back.
Sorry.
All right, guys, just a relatively quick one here today, and nothing necessarily was, oh, I can't believe you found that, right? But that's sort of the point of this one. You know, I went into this is a sale at the Bitterroot 50-mile yard sale. It's run by an estate company. Well, the one in the building is run by an estate company, and they have some sort of association with the people that sell outside the building. I'm not sure what it is. You check out in 2 different places. It was the same deal last time that I went there, but somehow both are estate company related, and so usually that's harder to find stuff at better prices, right? I have found a few things there in the past, and so that's why I went back, because I do find things there. But media, guys, I talk about it all the time, and if you watch the channel a lot, maybe you're tired of hearing me say it, but there are also a lot of newer resellers that have been joining up and watching the channel, and you know, I think media is something that is undervalued by sellers, and so they often get rid of it for cheap, and it's then often ignored by a lot of resellers. And so when you walk into a situation like this, where it's an estate sale company, and it was a little bit later in the morning, wasn't one of the first sales that I had hit, it's harder to find those big home run what's-its, right? Whatever they are. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to focus on the media and see what's there. Now, I'm not the last video, you know, I picked up a bunch of books. I'm not a book guy. I'm trying to learn. It's another niche that I'm trying to figure out at least a little bit, because there's good money there for some of the reasons that I've talked about here. But I still know a few things, right? And so I was able to go in. We picked up, you know, the Yellowstone movie, DVD or Blu-ray, I forget what it was, new and sealed. Kind of a no-brainer. I scanned it just to check, and yeah, it sold very, very quickly. It's easy to sell and to store and to ship DVDs, Blu-rays. I love that stuff, especially when they're new. The other Blu-rays that I picked up, if they're not ones that'll sell online, I take them to the pawn shop, and assuming they're just not all scratched up and everything, but I take them to the pawn shop and they buy them for $2. So if I can get them for $1 or less, I instantly double my money. I've had some people tell me that I'm nuts for wasting my time on making $1. Okay, well, I picked up 14 Blu-rays there. I made $14. So, to me, that's worth it. I save them, bring them all in at one time. They'll do up to 100 at a time. I usually bring in 50, 75, something like that. And I get good walking around money off of that. So there you go. The cassette tapes I sell in my booth. Yesterday, I actually worked for a few hours at the store. I sold 2 cassette tapes at $6 a piece. I also sold 5, 6, 7 vinyl. I forget how many. We sold a good number of vinyl yesterday. Billy Joel, I sold a Village People, Pete Seeger. I sold a pretty wide array of vinyl in the booth yesterday, but I also sell it online. Vinyl is old media. I can't believe that there was like Judas Priest and Journey and stuff just sitting there. You never find that at those sales. And so that was cool. That was a cool find, especially the one, that particular pressing of that Journey album. I'm going to sell that for around $70, and so very happy with those pickups, so we're going to do well off of that. Then you look at books, we found that acupuncture book. It sold for roughly $100, $100 book. I paid up for it at $15 a little bit, but that turned in, I thought it would be a slower sale. It turned into a relatively quick sale. So that was a nice pickup. The Garfield books, put them all together, that's about $100 deal. The Star Wars book, that one sold for $20 within about a week. The other 2 sold in my booth. We picked up all kinds of media stuff here. Now, I did pick up a couple of random things as well. We got the Halo figure, that sold. The Rainbow Bright, that sold. So I did pick up a couple of more standard Mountain Man Treasure kind of vintage toy figure type stuff, but this little stop turned into a pretty solid little media day, and I'm happy with that. I dropped off at the post office. I'm here at the grocery store. Got to pick up some things for dinner. Figured I'd do this real quick before I head in. But I dropped off a couple of books. Dropped off a movie today. Actually, one of the J.R.R. Tolkien sets that I picked up at that big book sale from the last one that you saw. I sent out an offer, and it sold for $95 for that set. Great money in media, guys. And I sold a DeWalt electrical guide of some kind, like a little engineering guidebook. That sold for, I don't know what it was, 30 or 40 bucks that I dropped off today. So there's great money in media, guys. Take a little bit of time and learn it. You never know. And then when I stopped the other day to look at a bunch of movies in a box, in the middle of the box was an NES game still in its original box. It's like a $40 game. Nobody found it. This was late in the day. Nobody found it because it was in a box of DVDs that everybody ignored. Take a second, look at least at the DVDs, look at the Blu-rays, see, maybe in your town, in your city, the pawn shop will do the same thing, right? Figure out how much they pay. Maybe that's worth your time. Maybe it's not. That's okay. But it's at least worth your time to take a look at the Blu-ray, at the vinyl. Even cassette tapes will do okay sometimes. Media, guys, I promise, don't ignore the media. There's money there.